Guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Well, this news, I guess it was released yesterday, and it's crazy, man, how life is and how people can get caught up in some craziness. This story right here is about Beyond Meat CEO Doug Ramsey, right? Now, a little bit about Doug Ramsey. He joined the company in December, so he ain't even been at Beyond Meat a year, and he already creating a PR headache. I'm gonna read a little bit of a snippet of this article on Yahoo Finance, and I mean it's a small paragraph, so bear with me, but you gotta hear this. This dude right here is gangster as hell. Now this happened, supposedly happened at after the University of Arkansas game in Fayetteville, Arkansas, this past Saturday, where he has gotten into an incident where it was a road rage incident, quote unquote, where he done bit the man's face, bit the man's nose at that, right? And he was since arrested. Now, I'm gonna read this to you real fast. Beyond Meat, ticker symbol BYND, has suspended its chief operating officer, Doug Ramsey, after he was arrested this past weekend for allegedly biting a man's nose. Now, the alleged incident took place inside an Arkansas parking garage following the University of Arkansas football game, according to preliminary police report obtained by local news station. The report noted that Ramsey allegedly punched through the back windshield of another vehicle during a road rage altercation after the vehicle hit the front tire of the food executive's car. Ramsey, who had just joined the company in December, like I said, was charged with terroristic threatening and third-degree battery, according to court records. Now, I'm gonna leave it at that. Now, I've seen a couple of other articles because I thought it was funny, you know, the whole situation, just picturing it. What I've gathered from all these articles, because you know new things have been coming out and probably will still come out, was this, and I'll do it as layman as I can. He went to the game. Him and his family are leaving. Him and whoever he's with leaving. They're leaving. They said a Honda Civic pulls up. Now you know, like when you're in traffic and it's bumper to bumper, everybody trying to get out. You always got that one douchebag that comes from the side and just gonna wedge his car in between where you are and not look over there like he don't see you sitting there because he don't want to see your reaction. That's what That's what this guy supposedly did to Doug Ramsey. Now, what Doug Ramsey did was, when he seen what the guy was trying to do, he pulled up and got in the guy's way. So the guy was like, okay, I'm not going to move. I'm going to keep moving. Doug Ramsey like, well, I'm going to keep moving. I got the right of way. And the car wound up bumping Doug Ramsey's tire. So what Doug Ramsey does is he gets mad and he jumps out the car, runs around to the back window of this Honda Civic, punches the window out. The guy jumps out the car after he punches his window out, I guess to say, hey, what are you doing? They say Doug Ramsey ran up on him and just grabbed him and started pummeling him, right? Giving him the business. After he gave him the business, the guy fell on the ground and he bit his nose. A piece of his nose off, Hannibal Lecter style. Jesus Christ, what's going on? You know what I mean? You're a COO of a company. You know what I mean? Chief Operations Officer. What are you doing that for? So that was the story, but I want to get a little bit into the stock because, you know, we talk about investment and stuff. And I want to give you what I think was on this man's mind that made him snap like that. But yeah, like looking at the company right now, guys, the company's trading at $16.49 a share. It's up 2.87% today, ahead of the Fed Chair Powell's announcement in about an hour or so from now. So that's subject to change. But this company, Beyond Meat, I remember the IPO hit a few years ago, right? The stock took off. It was the greatest thing since sliced bread. Beyond Meat was in Burger King. It was in all these other restaurants. They had contracts to do stuff across seas, everything else, right? And this is one of the reasons why you don't deal with an IPO up front initially. You know, when they come out, no matter how popular they are, because once these statements come through, these earnings statements, And, you know, they sound good when the economy's up, but are they really making the numbers? Are the numbers inflated? How do they do in downturn economy and stuff like that? And you're seeing it. This stock been falling for a while now. And the thing that's funny about the stock is, if you look, if you would never know unless you paid attention to the news with this stock. That's why I tell everybody, keep up with the history and the news on investments that you have. Let's do a timeline. They decreased the workload by 4% globally, meaning they cut 4% of their whole global team, right? Because they're trying to save money because the stock keeps falling. They cut their first year, they full-year guidance this year, full year. They cut the guidance like, okay, look, we're not even going to make what we thought we was going to make, so let's just get that out here now. Boom, thus contributing to the stock falling more. What else? They reported wider than expected loss on earnings. Missed revenue. They blame missing the revenue on foreign exchange headwinds, and also increased discounts. They got to discount this stuff because I don't know if you know, you go in the supermarket, Beyond Meat is expensive. And I'm like, damn, it's almost as expensive as steak. In some places it is. You know, and then my thing about the company, the reason why I never invested in Beyond Meat was, in fact, let's do this. Let's go back 3 years on the chart. See where the stock was. Let's go to the charts, right? We'll go back 3 years. 3 years ago, the stock was up around $150. And then you go down here, right before January of this year, right? The stock was $197 a share. $197 for a non-meat product, right? Now you got to keep in mind, from $197 in September, mid-September, right? All the way down to this year, we're sitting at $16. That's a hell of a drop. I mean, that's a hell of a drop. That compiled with the stock is a niche type of stock, and a lot of people were flooding into it because a lot of athletes were endorsing it. Everybody wants to eat healthy. You know, everybody say they want to eat healthy, but I mean, some of this food does not taste good. The thing that was going for them is it tasted good. A lot of people brought Beyond Meat just to taste it. So that contributed to a lot of the sales they had. But you know, nothing's going to replace meat but meat. So that's one thing. And then like they had all these projects in the works, working with major restaurants and stuff like that. And people really bought onto it. But you know, over time, when you invest into something and you start to see it drop, it's new, the rationality start kicking in. It's a niche market. You know, everybody ain't vegan. And the thing about the vegan and the fitness thing, vegan, it's like fitness thing. Everything goes in cycles with things like this. You know, you eat meat, then you don't eat meat. In the 80s, they want to eat meat, then they don't want to eat meat in the 90s. It's like it goes back and forth. This stock done ran its course. Now, do I think it'll get back up to where it was? Yeah, I think it will. But I think it's going to take a long time because the hype is gone now. And then, you know, this with the PR headache and all that stuff, you know, this is one of those stocks that don't rebound because the economy gets good. People have to really be into this. You know, and then it's very competitive. You know, what stood out to me when I tried their products is they tasted really good. You know, most vegan food and health food it's not really, it's an acquired taste. This was good. You know, for me, I liked it. So I thought, okay, boom. And I think a lot of investors got hooked on like, man, they can make the food taste good. What else can they do? And this is what happened with the stock. But, you know, that's just a little bit about the stock and why I didn't invest in it and why I won't invest in it. Is it a bad product? No, it's just not for me. That investment's not for me. You know, if other people like it, it's no harm, no foul. I mean, I don't think nothing's wrong with it. But I mean, like I say about a lot of companies, there are a lot of people that bought in on this stock at the 197 mark, and they're stuck up there right now waiting for it to come back up so they can cut their loss. And you got to be careful, guys, when you are investigating stocks, and this is a hype train. A lot of people jumped on it, you know, and a lot of people are stuck with it. But that's not what the video was really about. But getting back to this, right? just running over some scenarios in my mind and some funny things I was thinking about, right? I think that man, when all of this, I mean, you know, man, we carry stress, especially when it's work related. You just got in the company, you got to deal with all this thing. Everybody's in a foul mood. It's stress around you all the time. You want to go to the game and get away from the work stuff, and then here comes somebody coming and getting on your nerves. I think he snapped. All of this stuff I aforementioned, and the fact that, you know, it's not something like it was. You know, they got wider than expected loss in the past quarter, and all of a sudden he had a tailgate. They out there tailgating, everybody eating ribs and barbecue and all kind of real meat. And he looking around like, damn, you need to be eating Beyond Meat. You know what I mean? He started getting mad. It started bothering him. And then get to the parking incident. I don't know if Arkansas won or not. You know, and then he got outside. It was too much. The guy bumped his tire. He had beef, no pun intended, but he had to handle things. So we got out and gave the guy out of business. But he said he was released on $11,000 bail. That's nothing for him. This man probably make millions of dollars, you know. But I mean, this guy, this story is silly. It's just, I thought it was funny. He bit the man's face. Now, you already beat the man down. What make you bite his face? That's why I'm like, yo, he got added stress. He had a lot of stress on him to make him chew on somebody. You know what I mean? And I know you got a lot of stock in the company, Doug Ramsey. I know you got a lot of stock. So you selling vegan stuff, but you're taking chunks out of people's face. Come on, dude. Do better. Listen, I'm Steve. As usual, like, subscribe. I appreciate you spending time with me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.